The Actuality presents 10 amazing things you should never do in other countries. When you go to a foreign land, the most inconvenient thing you might face is the language. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. In a survey conducted throughout 6 continents, people have admitted to learning cultural enigmas was way more exhausting than overcoming the language barrier. Let's see what these tourists actually meant by exhausting over learning different cultures. If you find yourself in Thailand, don't step on money. In Thailand, it's illegal to step on money. It's because of one man on every note, the king. The law states anything considered demeaning to the royal family can be an offense. That means if you drop your baht at the market, you won't be able to stand on it to stop it from blowing away. The Thai government also has a lot of power. Because of this reason, stepping on money is not the only thing you should do. You should also avoid putting up your feet because, according to Buddhist beliefs, feet are the dirtiest part of the body and it's very offensive to point them at someone or something. This culture is very popular amongst Indians, although I wouldn't say it's a culture. It's more of practice handed over since generations of our ancestors and ancient civilizations. In India, using your left hand for auspicious or even over matters considered worthy is seen as offensive. You never think about what hand you use for what, but in India, you need to. Never pass food, money, or shake with your left hand. It's believed that our left hand is used for all things bathroom related. So it's very easy to see where this comes from. Also, there is this belief that things we do with our left hand often fail before serving their purpose. This next one, which including 10 amazing things which you should never do in other countries, might be hard to get your head around. But you shouldn't tip in Japan. No matter what type of services or maybe exceptional, but Japanese people consider this standard to be typical. So, offering a gratuity is not necessary. Okay, you won't necessarily offend someone's sensibilities if you tip for. This is occasionally acceptable in certain areas, but you should definitely avoid pointing. It's rude to point at someone in Japan as this is a gesture that is usually directed towards objects rather than the people. Despite what's claimed, it's not illegal to chew gum in Singapore, even after 1992 law passed, which was designed to counter the amount of chewing gum being dropped in public places. The treat was not altogether outlawed. Instead, buying and selling it is illegal and punishable with a fine up to $1,000. But the act still allows tourists to bring 2 packs into the country, so you'd better make it count. If you think you can outsmart the officials, here is a flash news for you guys. 2 men, a 62-year-old and a 68-year-old, were fined $400 and $1,500 respectively for breaking this law this particular year. If you are a smoker, it would be wise for you to avoid Bhutan. This is because of the no tobacco in Bhutan scenario. This country has the strictest narcotics laws in the entire world, which I would love to elaborate to you guys. But of course, that would be very boring. Instead, let me tell you the summary. The laws mean that the sale of tobacco is banned and it's as simple as anyone can put it. Tobacco use has been outlawed since the Supreme Leader decreed it in 1749, but it wasn't until 2004 that the National Assembly of Bhutan banned the sale of tobacco nationwide. It's the first country to ever go smoke-free. What is the secret rule for dating? Smile at the girl across the table from you. If you are ever in Russia, I would advise you not to follow this rule because You might end up in places you don't even want to know about. Russians see smiling as an intimate gesture, indicating a genuine affinity toward another person. If you smile at a stranger, they might consider you insincere. Most people in Korea will use cash simply to buy crazy cute Korean things like animal pajamas. But when you hand that cash over to the vendor, there is a certain social faux pas that you should be aware of. When handing things over to people, especially money, Koreans hand them over with two hands. It's a sign of respect. In Chinese saying, giving a clock sounds exactly like the Chinese word for attending a funeral ritual, and thus it is bad luck to gift clocks or watches. Giving a clock or watch as a gift is the biggest no-no in Chinese culture, and also while giving watch in gift is considered to stop progress in life. I wonder what their policies about sunglasses are. Technically they don't count as clocks, but they do measure time. Icebreakers, one of the God's most gracious gifts to mankind, especially to introverts like us, to have something to initiate a conversation. But this is not the case with Netherlands. Don't ask what do you do in the Netherlands. Doing so can appear classist in this country, especially since it has a broad social welfare system. Try a different icebreaker instead, like, I don't know, what's your shoe size? No high heels in Greece. High-heeled shoes have been banned at Greece's oldest monuments due to damage caused by the tourists. Greeks also have an intolerance to mourning, the practice of baring your naked ass in public as well. And if you insist on this asinine behavior, you could end up with a hefty fine. And that's a wrap, guys. If you enjoyed this video and wanna hear from me again, be sure to hit that like button before you go. And if you like this video, please do watch other videos too. And I hope you get more than what you're looking for on my channel. See you guys next Sunday with another wonderful video. Until then, I say goodbye with the hope that we will meet again next Sunday. Thank you for your time.